Oh, good God. I'm driving again, so I won't even be looking at you. But God, thank God for that, because I'm exhausted and I've got the worst bags under my eyes because I've been crying, and it's just been a day. You know, have you ever had one of those days where you just want to go to bed and pull the covers back up over your head? Well, here you go. Here's one for you. Aside from the fact that it's foggy and rainy and nasty and gross out, and I'm on a different phone that I don't even know how it works. It's an iPhone 10. My other phone died this morning. I woke up to a green and black screen and some funky little beeps, and it took me like 3 hours at the AT&T store to get that fixed, and in doing so, I don't even have my regular phone, so figuring out how to make that work, the tech-savvy Gentile that I am, took forever, and then I had to go and get my car from the car repair shop. And you know what really irritates the snot out of me? And I'm sorry, but this is probably going to be my little vent session of things Cindy can't stand. But you know what? I cannot stand it when people tell me that they've done a good job, or if they believe that they've done a great job in terms of customer service and doing something for you, and really, in all reality, they just freaking suck. Or they didn't do what they said they were going to do, which causes you more problems and all of that. To explain that a little bit, you know, I got in this, well, I wasn't. My husband was in a car accident about 3 weeks after I bought this car back in April, and the insurance company has had it in the shop 3 times to get it fixed, and it still was not doing what it was supposed to do. So I got some recommendations from a friend of mine, from a friend of a friend of a friend, and finally took it to this alignment place, who figured out that there was a bend in the, oh hell, I don't know, whatever holds the tire on the car, T-joint, U-joint, whatever it is. But there was a bend in that, and because I had driven it from my house to the shop, it had, which is about 100 miles, it had messed up the tires. So brand new tires got screwed up because the place that had it before said they did an alignment when they didn't actually do an alignment, and the person that took care of it and fixed it this time was an honest guy. He was also a veteran, and said that, you know, the last shop didn't do what they were supposed to. Anyway, so I got my car back, but now I've got to get new tires and don't have the money for that, and it's okay, it'll be fine. It's just, you know, I'm never brought to tears this quick, but I've had a couple other things too. I had some really difficult conversations today, which just got me thinking about some difficult stuff, and wasn't on time to go get my daughter, and you know, it's days like these that make you appreciate the great ones, doesn't it? Tomorrow I'll be better, and it'll be sunny outside, and everything will taste good, and I won't throw up like I have been today. My stomach won't hurt like it has been today. My joints won't feel like someone's smashing them with a hammer, which I can't make go away. There's not enough pain medicine in the world to make that stop today. None of it. What else was I going to gripe about? Oh, how about if I don't gripe? How about if I go off to answering a question? Someone asked me today, I believe they were from the UK, asked me if we had to pay for cancer treatment here in the United States. The answer is yes, but let me explain. I know in the UK, and I believe in Canada, other countries in the United States, they have a government-owned system where the government, healthcare is free for everybody. I don't know how all the government crap works. All I know is that it's free for everybody, and it's paid for by the government. Your taxes may be like 60% of your paycheck, but it's still paid for by the government. I think that's how it works. In any event, it's not like our country where we have to have health insurance. So basically, the health insurance takes care of medical bills with the exception of a copay and a deductible, and then your pharmacy benefit. So, like for example, on our insurance, our deductible each year for an individual, I think, is $1,500, and for our family, it's $6,000 total. So once I reach my $1,500 deductible, everything after that goes towards the $6,000, and that goes for each person on our insurance. Now, so we have $6,000 of medical expenses off the top before insurance will pay anything for our family each year, starting in January. Then there's the copays. So after that $6,000 is met, then 100% of everything is paid by the insurance as long as you're in network, in that insurance's network. 100% will be paid by insurance with the exception of either 20%, 30%, 80%, whatever. Let me rephrase that. Oh, now I'm getting into my clinical mode. See here, it's taking the tears away. So this is a good thing. Okay, let me re-say that. So, because it sounds crazy to say insurance will pay 100% of everything after $6,000 except for, because that means it's not 100%. So let me say it by saying after that $6,000, insurance will pay 90%, 80%, 70% in network. So as long as you stay inside that insurance network of physicians, hospitals, clinics, that type of thing, they'll pay 90, 80, or 70% of all of your medical bills. Okay, so to recap that, each year in January, I meet the $1,500 relatively damn quick, usually that month. So $1,500 comes out of my pocket right off the bat, if we're just speaking of me. And then everything that pertains specifically to me after that $1,500, the insurance company pays, and our insurance pays 80% of. So if for example, in January, if my medical bills are $100,000, $1,500 of that will be paid. And then let's say $99,500 or $98,500 is remaining that the insurance should pay. They will pay 80% of that. And don't ask me to do that math in my head right now. It ain't gonna happen. February is a little bit easier of a month. So let's say move on to the next month in February. If my medical bills are $100,000 in February, I've already met my deductible for the year, $1,500. Then $100,000, and the insurance pays 80%. So $80,000 is what the insurance pays, and I'm responsible for $20,000. So thank God my medical bills aren't $100,000 a month, because I'd be screwed. But they're not cheap either. I would say probably $10,000 or $20,000 a month between my chemo, physician's office visits, normally scheduled tests, and all of that I just covered isn't even including medications. So I don't know how they do it in other countries, if you also get your medications for free, but I don't. So then you have a prescription plan that which is through a different company, but is still covered by your insurance. Now, then you have a deductible or a copay, actually. Some deductibles on some prescription insurance, but on prescription insurance, on anything over the counter, like a pill, then I have copays. Most of my copays are going to be $10. They do it on a tier program, like tiers 1 through 4, based off of a formulary. And each of those tiers has a copay: $10, $20, $25, $40. If it's not on the formulary, then you've got a negotiated rate with the pharmacy benefit company. Now that is just for oral medications, and some maybe intramuscular medications. If they're IV medications, those medications are typically given in a controlled environment like an outpatient setting or in a hospital, and so those would be covered under the medical part and not the pharmacy part. So if you're not used to, or if you're used to having your insurance paid for and your medications paid for and you don't understand this, I'd probably totally messed your head up, because to somebody, I never really thought about this before, but to somebody who doesn't use our system, it's probably the most screwed up system you've ever heard of. So the big debate here is on whether or not each president we get in has a different outlook on healthcare, and they've got 4 years to perfect it unless they get reelected, and then there's 8. And frankly, with all the crap and red tape and bureaucracy that our healthcare system is going through right now, and our government, I don't think that's long enough. To me, I have a simplified answer for everything when it comes to healthcare, but let's not get into my opinion. I think that it might be, actually, it's probable in our future that we're going to have a unified system where healthcare is free for everyone and the insurance system will go away. In my opinion, I don't know whether that's good or bad. What I do know is it's going to change our entire economic structure, if it's not changed already, changing that way already. Oh my goodness. So, that was your answer in a nutshell. Yes, we do. And it can get very expensive. For me, it is very expensive. For my family personally, we have, I may not talk about this if I start crying. I have to talk about it when I'm not crying. Because I don't want it to sound something that it's not. But we have exhausted all of our savings accounts, all of our money. And here I go crying. So we've pretty much exhausted everything to pay for my disease, which makes me feel incredibly guilty, awful guilty. And I have found ways to make it better. I haven't figured out ways to pay for what we owe on it still, other than what we're doing, and I don't know how else to do that. I don't know how to make money if I can't work. Someone said I could make money on YouTube and blogging and all this crap, and I don't know how to do that, and maybe I'll do it sometime in the future if I figure it out, or get some crazy techie guru to teach me how. But right now, these videos are not made and intended to make money. They're intended to help people and educate people, and they're also meant for me. I mean, believe it or not, I get a lot of relief out of talking to you guys. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some really crazy bad "screw you lady, you're crazy" comments, but I don't care. That's fine, to each his own. If you like me, you like me. If you don't like my channel, you don't gotta be here. Anyway, I'm coming into Sundance, finally back from my day. I've got to stop and get some fuel, and then I get to go home and see Sammy and make her dinner and snuggle up in bed with her, and pretty soon I'll have you guys meet with her. There was another couple questions I was going to answer too, but I think I've taken up a lot of time, and I'm not going to answer them right now, but if I can get back on later, I will. Mainly because I put this on the wrong channel. It's attached to an email, and oh my god, it's a blatant mess. And I will get it figured out, and I'll get it fixed. So you guys may not even get this right now. You may not get it until I figure out how to get it to you on the other email. I think that's how it works. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night. I'm sorry for the tears. Sorry I look like I died. No pun intended. And I will probably talk to you later tonight or tomorrow. Bye.